Hello world from whichever time zone you're catching me from. My name is MD90 and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss any upload that comes up. Well, I'll be having a conversation with one of Zambia's biggest artists right now. I recently had a show in the US, so just stand by as I wait for my guest to step right in. So if you are just new to the channel and you're not subscribed, the easiest way for you to move around on this channel is to go to the playlist. That's where you find videos created for you based on your interest, because there are a number of things that we broadcast here. So if you're just waiting for each upload and the video, you lose yourself. The easiest way is to go to the playlist and find what your interest is. So just stand by. My guest will be here in a couple of minutes. Bye as T-Boy joins us. T-Busy.
What's up, bro?
How are you doing? Mwana kanikusendise mtabwanju.
Yeah, Nikuseni, it's about, let me check. Not Kuseni, it's about 11:59.
Oh, kuna yakwana 18 hours exactly. It's 18 here.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Otherwise, you're good?
Standard, bro. I'm tired. Nachokojua mauzu panja pa nyumba.
Oh, very active, keeping active, I can see. I was just looking
Yeah, man.
at your recent show in the US. Very impressive, and you did a live performance. Would you just share with the audience how that came about? Did you pre-plan it before leaving Zambia, or it just came about based on your Twitter side?
Well, when I came here, I'll be studying school here, and I relocated. Though I need to tell you that I'm living in the US for the next coming few years, because I'm here for school. And
Okay.
I'm here with family. Yeah. So when I came, I was looking at what is it that we can do here that is different. I've been approached a couple of times since 2016 to our shows here, and I usually don't like the way shows are done around here. It's usually just for the Zambian audience, and if it's for the Zambian audience, it's also playback all the time. So I've been talking to myself and thinking, how is it that we can make things different? Because I do this music not because I just want Zambian people to hear me. I do this music because I want everybody else to, get to hear me, get to listen to me. If you realize, when you listen to my music from as far back as 2010, I would always say international, Yeah, so it's like, how can we get ourselves out there? I know it's very, very difficult, and I know we haven't even started yet, but I was looking at what is it that we can do that is different. So when I was approached first time, I gave a condition. I said, look, I know there's been Zambian musicians that have been coming here, and looking at the shows that they make, I think we can make a difference. And I don't agree when people say Zambian musicians can't perform live. I don't agree.
That's what did a live performance.
There's nothing difficult about performing live. Live is like going for an exam. Every performance is like going for an exam. If you don't prepare, you can't make it. If you make preparations, it is possible. Nothing is impossible. So I said, okay, I'm going to give a condition. If you want me to come for your show, may it be live. So we had an arrangement that we're gonna perform live, and then before we actually got to the days, the agreed days, the guys were supposed to rehearse for 2 weeks without me, and then rehearse for 3 days with me. Then
so you gave them a list of the songs that you are interested in performing prior to you meeting with them?
I gave them a lot of songs. I think 15 songs. So from the 15 songs, I said they can pick on whichever song that they feel is easy, The song that they feel is easy for them to play live. So what happened is I got a call from Mr. Ricky telling me these guys are saying they won't be available for rehearsals on the days that you proposed. So what are you gonna do? So there it was shocking. I was supposed to start doing something also that week, but I said, you know what? Let me just go. So I went there 7 days before the show. I asked for the guys if we can start rehearsal. We started the first day that we did the rehearsal. I think we started around 01. Huh?
You are performing in a different state from where you're living.
Yes, I was performing in Dallas.
Oh, I thought that's where you're based.
No, I'm based in Florida. Sumona kazuwa chabe kupya kun.
Naona che kasi yanakona katu.
Yeah, wa kasi yana maningi. So I decided to go there on Saturday. When I reached there on Saturday, we're told the guys can only be available after 22. That is 10. Yeah. So then I said, okay, no problem. I'm gonna wait. We only started rehearsing, I think, around 01.
Are you serious?
Know? Yes. And then I said, because it was a residential area, so I said, I don't think we're going to get the best out of this. Can you find me a studio where we can go and rehearse? So Mr. Ricky found us a studio together with a guy called FM. He's Congolese, and he's the owner of that band that played for me. So FM was very excited, and he wanted to, I think he loved the way I communicated with him. He says I'm very down to earth. Yeah, so he said, T, I'm gonna help you. He actually linked me up with someone who does outfit swap and zangana vovala vanyo and pamajimanja.
So is it the same person who did the performance with the Congolese you're on stage with? Is that the same person?
No. That Congolese I was with on the stage, his name is Jay Paco, and we actually did a remix together. So the first day I went for the rehearsals is the day that I met him up. They were just doing rehearsals for their own band also. So then I loved the way he was singing. So I said, do you sing your own songs? Then he said, yes. I actually did a song with Werason. So I'm going to film a video with Werason in Congo next week. So I said, okay, may we do a song together? Let's do this song. So we tried it, and it was nice. So we decided to record it, and I sent it to Tishon. Tishon mixed the song, and the song is ready for the album. I was supposed to release my album last month. I couldn't release it because we were waiting to release it with an album, with a video. I just didn't want to release an album without a video or two. So yeah, that is what we're waiting on. And I'm excited. So the video is almost done.
That you're going to do a video for, you've already done that already.
I won't want to preempt that, but just know that there'll be a video that will be coming out with the album, and also to give a chance to Sean. We can't be releasing the album same month. Me and Sean are brothers, so when he had his album ready and he was releasing, I thought that we're gonna split our people. People weren't going to know what to go for, so we said, okay, let me release mine next month so that we give space to push your project now. So coming back to when you asked me if it was a plan, I'm trying to narrate how it went. I think I went offline there. So we went to a studio the following day, and guys usually have other stuff that they do. So when we reached the studio there, we started rehearsing. I think we agreed that we were gonna start rehearsing at 5. But as usual, guys came in late, and it's a very long distance to where we were rehearsing. I think me and Mr. Ricky went there around 14 in the afternoon. We only got back, we were only getting back to my hotel, and Mr. Ricky was getting back to his house around 3 to 4 in the morning.
AM.
Because we didn't have time. That was like second day we were supposed to rehearse, but we're rehearsing live with live band. And I kept on telling the guys, we will not go if we don't manage to do this. let's do this. I know we don't have a lot of time, and I know if we keep on doing this, we might forget, but we have to do it anyway. So one challenge again came. The drama that we had that day at the studio for live rehearsal wasn't the drama that we had the third session of rehearsal. So the third time we were rehearsing, the guy wasn't there. So we're just, we're just playing drums to mabongo, to makonga, plus the whole other guitars. And I said, you guys are going to mess me up. They said, oh no, let's meet the day before the function. We met the day before the function. We were waiting until 02 to just do a rehearsal. We're supposed to do a rehearsal at 5. The guy that was on the jam was in Houston or some other place.
He had another show?
So no, because the band guys don't just do music. They do music for the love, but they also have their own stuff that they do, So by the time they were getting there, it was 02. And I said, what are we going to rehearse? Tomorrow is a final function because, So let's do a dress rehearsal. Then the guys asked me, they said, how about doing it at 20 hours before the show? I said, no, it's not going to happen. We need to do it in the morning. When we went there, we're trying to fix vidimba, this and that, and then there were other songs. That's why I didn't get to perform too many songs. So there were a lot of challenges, and I just said, we just have to do it. There's no two ways about this. We just have to do it. There's no ways you're gonna mess me up. Me coming to America and trying to make a first function and making a live function, and you wanna mess me up like this? No ways. We started rehearsing over the songs in the afternoon. Rehearsed. I said, let's go through them again. We went through them again. I said, let's go through them again. So instead of picking some other songs that were, too difficult to start learning, we picked 8 songs that were easy. And we also, no, there were 9. I also sang Ubaba Mtima because it's just, played on keyboard and just getting the chords. So that's how we rocked it. And the guys are really, really talented. I can imagine if we had, like, let's say, even 10 days of rehearsal, I think.
I'm saying if you had people that didn't know what they're doing, it would have been a different case.
Yeah, and if we had even 10 days of rehearsal, I can imagine what would come out of that. And I just want to say thank you very much to States Musica. Nobody ever knew. And when I stepped on the stage, the biggest fear that I had was not to make things happen. I prayed so many times. I said, God, help me. This is the first function that I'm ever having here. A lot of times, that function has gotten so many calls so far. People are calling me for so many functions, but I do not know my schedule because I might be extremely busy next month. So I do not want to give people schedules and then fail to make it for the function. I'm just trying to make sure that I know exactly what I'm about. But yeah, it was a good look. I was just a little disappointed with many people. Something as big as that happened to me. I usually get a lot of people on my Facebook. Imagine, let me tell you something. Do you know that that fake beef between me and J-Rocks? Do you know that, first of all, that beef between me and J-Rocks was fake?
It was a stunt.
J-Rocks is the one that came up with that stunt. You know why? He said Zambian people love to feed off negativity. Whenever you do something that is negative, a lot of people are gonna react to it, and they'll love it, and they'll laugh at people, and they'll talk about people and stuff like that. So let's make up something that will make people think we are fighting, and we'll see so many comments, so many people. So we started. When I was starting, I was very, very scared. I told J-Rocks, I'm not the person that, starts up beef or wants to look like I'm fighting with people.
Yeah.
Then he says, no, man, as long as we know what we're doing, so it is okay. All we want is just traffic, because these people, man, they feed off Mulomo. They feed off when people are arguing. So let's make it. And for sure, you could see that when we put up that thing, there was thousands and thousands of people watching and stuff. Look at what happened. I just posted my videos performing for the first time. I know there's other gospel musicians that came. They performed here in America, but they performed in churches. It wasn't like it was open for anybody. The show that I had was open. The only person that ever performed live here with a live band was Danny Kaya. I was the second person. And not because not because there's anything important with me, but because I had time, because I'm living here. So it was easy for me to say, okay, let's just go, let's just, rehearse over. Another person that is coming from Zambia and looking at the expenses that come with a live band, you saw how many people I had on the stage. How much would that be? Certain times people don't necessarily get the monies right there and then. So the guys for the live band also were just excited because they just wanted to also, just play. Not that they make money. The guys make a lot of money, but it's just for the love of doing music, so that we can, the love for the art. Even it was just the love of the art, so we can do it. So it was by God's grace that this thing happened, and happened successfully. Not that I am the best musician, not that I am special or anything. It's just, we managed to coordinate and make up a live function come to life. And I was, in doing that, I was trying to send a signal to everybody who lives here in America, thinking that Zambia musicians can't perform live. I'm like, if you give us the resources, we will be able to perform even much more. We'll be able to do so many different things around here. But if you do not give us the resources, we will not do it. And you keep on saying, no, they can't do this. They can't. It's not like we can't do it. We can do it if we have the necessary resources. Imagine if a band decided to charge me lots of money. Were we going to manage to do that?
That's what I've been putting most of the artists performing live. I know it's very expensive to shoot a video or hire a band in the US. So I'm glad that you are in coordination with the band where you worked on the lab for the art.
Yeah. It was just the love for the art, and just for us to just get to show. And the love that they gave me, they are Congolese. The love they gave me, there was Congolese fans in the audience that came to watch us. There was, and Congolese, man, they're crazy on the stage. The guys you could see the happiness that they're enjoying whatsoever that they're doing, and we were enjoying, and we performed so many hours non-stop.
Yeah, the energy was bad. I can tell from the videos that you've posted so far. So now, let's talk about your current album. What prompted you naming it after your first daughter?
Man, let me tell you something. When I die, I'm gonna die with my talent. When I die, I will leave the rest of the stuff around here. You know what I mean? I will not go with the cars. I will not go with anything. I needed my daughter to know that every day she's going to school, every day, even today, I told her, baby, you are a star. And anytime you ask her that, she'll tell you that, Daddy tells me I'm a star. I just want to, whatever I failed to do, she's going to do 10 times. And I believe in that. I'll tell you something. When I was young, my grandmother always used to tell me, Iwe ndiwe ntantwe iwe tanonga. Ndiwe ntantwe ndiwe pita iwe. Peter, like you are the rock. That's what my grandmother always used to say. You are the pillar of your family. And I see myself right now. I'm the pillar of my family. Kuchoka kudala. Wafuno sova vintu alikuti tanonga. Bweda, Uncle T. So that's that. So in naming the album after my daughter, it's just to tell her to say, I believe in you. And even if I will not live forever on this earth, I know always, whenever you fail, whenever you feel like things are not going your way, always know to say, Daddy said that I'm a star and I can make it.
Yeah. Is there a particular theme that the album is centered on, or you cover a broad range of topics?
I cover a lot of topics. I realized this year I only released songs talking about motivation, and I realized something. A lot of people don't love motivation. You know, when you're telling them, people in Zambia are very crazy, bro. They just love partying. Certain times. So I decided not to bore people with the whole album talking about motivation. So there's some naughty songs, and also I realized my listenership has taken a different swerve. I do not have too many this year. I do not have too many females listening to me. I have too many males listening to me.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing, man. Which guy has only guys listening to them? I'm not gay, man. Which guy has only guys listening to them? So I realized girls are not really listening to me a lot. So when I was making the album, I was also putting in, you know, being sensitive and making in some love songs. Last year it was good with a cheers to my pretty baby. Every girl was, you know, listening to the song. But this year, starting from Nipempa Moni Sunge Amboye, Pamene Moni Pasandalama. I agree, those were personal songs. So I do not, you know, expect too many people to love them. You know, like that song, I will explain something about it. The Munisunge. I recorded that song just before I had COVID. And when I had COVID, it was bad. I thought I was going to die. You know, so I decided to go to our farm in Chiwombo to go and make a video more like a documentary. I didn't want to make a bling video. I just wanted to make a video that looks like a documentary. And also because my daughter hasn't been to Chiwombo. I said to myself, like, if I died, would she ever have been to Chiwombo? I don't know. So why not show her? Why not make something like a documentary so she knows, oh, daddy comes from these people. You know, so that's why I went. I shot the video Mumunda Mwatu. I shot the video on our tractor. You know, that's the type of bowling that we know. It's a bowling yatu ni pama tractor, tachosamboyo pa tractor. You know, so I shot the video at our place, the building that my grandfather built in 1960. I also shot at my former church. I also shot the video at my former school, the high school I was, you know, and I gave out a scholarship. Also, so that basically that song was all about me and staying. And last year I had a lot of money my whole life. I've never been last year. I had a lot of money last year, like a lot of money last year. Last year life you know, so I was saying, God, I do not want to change. Make me be this humble person that I am all the time. I do not want to look like just because I'm making a little bit more, then I switch on my people. That's why if you listen to that message on that song, it's just talking about me just being
talking to yourself.
Yeah, and not being pompous, just me being easy and knowing that I can achieve a lot more if I stay humble and if I stay true to my God. Yeah, so then the second song, I released that. I did the video for that song the day I resigned from FRA. It was a very emotional.
When you mentioned that you've moved to the States, I was like, isn't he working for government? I did not know you had switched up.
Yeah, I resigned. So the day I was resigning, I went to my boss's office. I sent him this year. So I sent him an email because I was in the US earlier. Remember, I came here on the 25th of February, and then I went back home just to put everything in place. And I was taking the other stuff from Libala, taking it to my house in Minwood, looking up everything, making sure that every stuff, I just left stuff. Do you know that I gave out everything in my house I mean everything from TV sets. I never sold nothing. The only stuff that I sold was a truck and my other vehicle. The other vehicle also I sold it for cheap to my sister. The rest of my shoes, I gave out over 40 pairs of shoes. My shoes, I bought all my shoes here. I bought all my shoes here. I gave out over 40 pairs of shoes. I gave out all my clothes. Here where I'm talking to you, I have very, very few clothes. I think I only have 5 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
You know, right now, because, well, I didn't need them. I was looking at the prices sometimes, like, I bought this at $100, at $250, $300.
Yeah.
Must I just give it? I said, you know, there's no need in me hanging on to stuff. Yeah. So I gave all my nephews. I went on my Facebook Live. I asked people who wanted suits and people who wanted shoes. People who wanted shoes, I delivered to them. I just gave them, and none of them even knew that, you know,
did you document this process? This sounds fun. Did you document it, or you'd rather not?
No, but it's all there on my Facebook, except giving stuff. You know, I remember when I went on Facebook, I said I was selling a truck. I remember people saying, musician wanavutika manje wanambo na business yokuisa mamotoka. You know, I just smiled and laughed. I remember saying I was I don't know what it was, but I do not like to put my life in, you know, in the open. The only stuff that I put on the open or in the open is my music, you know. Let people know me for my music. Not even my little ramshackle house. I would never show it out to people to say, oh no, we are building, this is the foundation now. No, we have reached here. No, this is what we have done. No, we've built, we've done this and that. I think even my car, people only got to see my car the day I took a photo of me standing in front of my car at that hospital after doing the COVID test, and I was tested. Yes, and I was tested positive. That was a time Nikosomola my blood. That was the only time that my car got to show. And the day I was going to my sister's place in Kapiri, Penezo pompa mataira naka machine. So when people said, you've got a nice car, yeah? Hey, we didn't know. But I mean, it's not necessary.
It is not necessary. Especially if you are secure in yourself, you don't have to flaunt your wealth like that, unless you are trying to get public approval.
When you know that you are nothing and you wanna achieve a lot of things, it doesn't. Maybe Tikaskapo. For now, it's little stuff that we have. Still struggling to make sure that we get somewhere. So there's a lot of people that have a lot of wealth. There's a lot of people that are doing very fine. I do not think it's in my right of space to actually even get to show off my little things. My music, yes, I will show off my music because that's what I want people. Maybe on my Tanonga and Swana page, maybe I can get to show stuff because that is stuff to do with me as a person. But on the bwoy busy page, I do not think showing off the little stuff that God has blessed us with makes sense or is important.
So music is what people know me for. In terms of production on your album, did you work with one specific producer, or it's a broad range of producers and engineers?
I worked with different producers. I worked with DJ Draw. I was trying to make up a certain sound. You know, I got the Kalindula sound and I put it into the new music, you know, the new music. And it sounds amazing. And I pray that, you know, people receive it well. If people receive it well, it will be a music that will be known for. I was saying I'm a dancehall artist, but do I have to sing like a Jamaican? No. I must get to, especially in this country, people will laugh at me for sounding like a Jamaican when I'm from Zambia. When I put in a CD or when somebody is listening to my music, it should explain itself. Somebody should be able to know that where is this guy coming from? Okay, he's reggae, dancehall oriented, influenced, but his music is from somewhere. This guy is not Jamaican, he's from Africa. And if he's from Africa, people shouldn't mistake me for a Nigerian. People shouldn't mistake me for a South African. People shouldn't mistake me for a Congolese. People should ask questions like, where is this music from? And that's the music that I'm trying to push forward on this particular album, just because I want identity. I'm in this big country, so there's need for us to make our music identified easily.
That's very true. So when it comes to your career, since you said you're getting into school now, so are
Yes.
you putting your music on hold, or what's the plan with the music after you put
My
out an
music will
album?
never be on hold. I put my music on hold in 2013 up to 2015. I'll never ever do that. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that will ever stop me from doing music. Only God can ever stop me from doing music. I'll never ever go on a break. I told you my album was already done. We did most of my songs, not most of my songs, but all my songs in my house, except for the other picture that I did with Jay Parker. That's the one that I recorded in Dallas. Yes, but the rest of the songs we did them in my house. Tishon also produces about 3 songs on that project. He engineered on 3 songs, and then he's engineered all together on 5 songs. Innocentia, hi Innocentia. How's Atlanta? Rachel, hi. Martha, hi Mbiani Martha, bish. Mwadia. Banda Tipanje. Gausikanga Tipanje.
When it comes to production from that side, are you going to self-produce, or you're going to work with an OC and stuff? Why is there?
OC is my very good friend, in case you didn't know. That's why you see me every time, whenever I have time, I'm in the States, we link up. Actually, next week, yes, we'll be together in Dallas. We have some private concert, some private function that we're going to, you know, and then we're linking up again. Me and him have been very, very good friends. I don't think there's an album OC has ever produced that I miss. Almost all his albums, I'm always there. 1 or 2 songs, you know, even his new album, we did something together. I want to make a studio also here, because I'm used to having my own studio. I gave away my other studio in Zambia to DJ Draw. I didn't have need for it, you know, but I'll be coming home in March, you know, God willing. I'll be coming home in March to do 1 or 2 things, and my home now is here for a few more years, you know, until I'm done with my education, until I see what really works for me. Then, you know, I can get back home. But for now, I'm gonna be based here.
So I wanted to pick your mind, like you've been in the industry for a minute, and you've dominated certain segments of the industry at various points, but you've never been one to share your political views or anything like that. Has it been because you are working for government, or what?
Yes, because the other thing is because I was working for government, you know, and I just hate politics. I love to comment whenever something is nice. If something is correct, something is good, then I love it. Where I love to give checks and balances, but I've never been a person that belongs to this political party. I really wanted PF gone, I swear upon my dead mom. That's the reason why I even went to take, I went to register for my voter's card around 19. I never moved an inch until 0450. That's when I got my voter's card. And while there, do you know, I kept on singing for people. People were troubling me because we're in a queue. And they know me. So they were like, T-boy, timbile ko nyimbo iwe. I spent the first 3-4 hours. None of them was talking to me. None of them was bothering me. Now when Cheda Tukuta came, he was passing through all the registration centers. He came, then he starts greeting me. Hey, Achan boy, Ulipano? Yeah, you know, after that, then it's like people now masukad now. They started asking me questions. Hey, no, sing for us. So I started singing Nikudala Nakuona for people right there. Until 0450, that's when I took my voter's card. But I'm happy there's a change of government.
You and the majority of Zambians.
Yes, majority of Zambians. Personally, I was irritated by the way Cadres were treating us. I had a few more instances where I met up straight with Cadres. One was at my workplace, where Cadres just came, then they started ordering people to say, the casual workers, they said, our casual ati inwe wafika iseni kuno. There were 6 trucks. They said, Marashta offload on Sayama trucks per 200 kwacha. And then the guys were like, we talk, and then they said, so then I came out and I was like, no, this is not the way you treat people. What is it? Then they said, boy. You know, then we started laughing about it, and they increased the amount of money that they offered the guys. The other one, which I was very irritated, I went to get my machine, the machine that makes this stuff. You've seen?
Yes, the embroidery.
Yes, it was faulty. So I'd sent it to South Africa. So I went to get it in Intercity. So there, one of the cadres saw me trying to get my machine that side. Then he says, from the bus, getting my machine from the bus. He says, and I was with Tishon. Then he says, hello, then I asked him, what am I paying exactly? Then he says, your serusi samu station. That was ridiculous. Like, mustation kuserusa katundi anga nalipira ine babasi. Then the guy was, and the police officer was standing right next to me. Nagamoto Karats. They couldn't do anything. Then the guy was on okie-talkie. Hey, Shanshanuko, and then people were just coming. So Tishon is the one that produced 100 kwacha and gave it to that guy. That's how come that wound was stopped. Otherwise, in traffic banana, I mean, a guy. Namza sunga kuipe viunga chita. Then the nanda police jantao, because I was ready also to misbehave. You know. Then I started saying, yes, I didn't wanna. I didn't want somebody to get my hard-earned money for no reason. Is Intercity their fathers or something? So I got irritated. I said, what kind of a country is it? If me, who's very famous, can be treated like this, how about just a regular person? You know? Biflo gets beaten for speaking out.
Yes,
all those things.
Both places.
All those things were boiling. And I said, no, these people need to go. You know, so I just had personal beef, but I couldn't say because, you know, I was working for the government. And you swear when you're working, we take an oath when you're working for the government, you can't say anything. All you have to do is, you know, support the government of the day. But I'm glad that they're gone. And I hope that this new government that is in place will not treat people like that. If they do, well, I don't work for government anymore, so I will have to say something. You know,
you have to.
A lot of people, a lot of government people that work in the government would have said a lot of things, but because you know they are on oath and they can't say something, so that's what keeps them silent.
No, I'm glad we had this time to chat and catch up. You said you haven't put a date when the album is out, right? But it's next month. It's in
I
October.
am contemplating on the 1st of October because everything else is done. We're just waiting on the videos now. So once the videos are done, then we get to release it.
No, once it's done, we'll come and have a chat after. I'll do a review of the album also. So we get traffic to. It's going to be on online platform.
And something that I would love to mention is my album will be out not only on iTunes or any other online stores. It's going to be out also on my website. And people can buy even using Airtel Money or MTN Money or
on your website.
On my website on bwoy.com. They can buy using Airtel Money, they can buy using MTN Money, they can buy using Zamtel, and they can buy using PayPal, they can buy using all the other cards. And it's going to be the most cheapest album. Reason is because I own the platform. It's not like I'm going to pay any other extra cost, you know, administrative cost to anyone. All that is on my platform. So so
we see any closing remarks to the fans as they anticipate your album as we shut down?
awe zikomo kwambiri bonse baja bantu yati supporta baja pamene baliko zikomo kwambiri ine nikaenda kupangika ine bantu niwambiri wazapangika chifuka cha ine and then nabeve bantu wazapangika baja nabeve I expect them kupanga bantu benango ine kwambira pena yambira ine music yanga. I'm always a person that wants to push and pull others, and not because I want to have a name or because I want people to praise me. And that's the reason why you never see me going on TV or ever say, oh, I assisted this person, I did this for this person. No, because life is all about linking one another to something. Look at that other Congolese that linked me up to somebody who's giving me the outfits and stuff like that. I do not know. You know, we just met. So must I live my life all the time worshiping him to say, no, ndimwe wamene? No. So the same thing, I do not want to live, you know, when I assist someone to keep worshiping me every day. But the greatest weapon that the devil uses, especially for us people, is pride and hate. A lot of people have so much stupid pride that they do not want to work with other people. And a lot of people have so much hate. Whenever they see their friends doing something, look at even when I posted those videos. You see, my Facebook page is always 10,000, 30,000, 100,000 views. All of a sudden, you can even see there's not too many people. It's hating inside them. Like, what the hell is hating? How must it hate you that I had a successful function out there? Because when I have a successful function, I'll call on some other Zambian musician to say, come on guys, let's go, we can also do this. Next time the other guy will pull the other person. I did not come here just to shine, just to be the only one to shine. Then I'm not doing God's work. If I come here, my job is to make sure that I also push other people. Look at our friends, the Nigerians. What is so special about them? They keep pushing one another. But the problem in Zambia is everyone wants to be a star and everyone wants to have stupid competition. That stupid competition will not take us anywhere. If we work together, somebody is here. Tidonsana. By the way, I'm very legal here. So anytime ngati naona vintu vashitika, maybe ningadonseko muntu, one or two people, you know, you never know. Ngadonsa muntu na wewe badonsako wanzavo, nangu adonsako wanzavo. As we go on and life keeps on getting, you know, better for us. And it will not only get better for the Zambian music industry, it will get better for even other industries, because music brings, look at the way Nigeria is. Nigeria was put on the map because of soccer and music, but there's a lot of nice things that have come out of that, you know. So once we work together, once we help one another, once we stick to one another and do not see each other's each friend's success like it's a competition, then we're gonna go far. But the only thing that you competition will keep rotating like mad people. Only mad people keep doing the same things. That's what I even told the guys when they said we should make a function here. I said we need to do something that people haven't done. You know, only mad people keep doing the same things over and over. So as long as we do not work together, as long as we keep having these stupid beefs, as long as we keep hating without pushing one another, we'll keep rotating. Same line, and we'll not go anywhere. So who's going to lose? It's us that are going to lose, you know. But if we keep pushing one another, we're going to gain. Look at this now. Me and Sean help each other a lot of times. Look at this. Who makes my music now? Who makes my music now? It's Sean. Who pushes me now? It's Sean. Even when I got relaxed in the music, Sean told me to say, T, we need to make that T-boy that people loved. He says, we need to make that T-boy that people loved from the very first day. You know, so we keep helping each other. Lelo, wagwa, we can never always be on top. Lelo knew you Ameri Pasogolo, Melo knew, but because mwenda mtandizana, life enda Pasogolo, mwenda pushing up amos. Manja kucheva antwenango, it's always about them. It's just me. I should just be the one to shine. That's not the way life should be, you know. Yeah, so I just want to appreciate all those that are making efforts in working together, and those that have realized that working together is one thing that is going to take us very far. You work alone with few people around you. You work together, you work in unity, and you make so many things. You move mountains when you move together, you know.
Yeah.
When you are alone, you can only do as much, but when you are a lot of you, it is easy for us to even infiltrate. The same way Nigerians infiltrated this country, that's the way that we need to make sure that Zambian music is heard from every corner. You know,
Yeah.
it can only happen when we work together.
All right, Mr. Mika, zikomo kwambiri.
Bless the love every day.